Alright, hey guys, we are back, and, yeah.
Come in, outsider. You seek
Am I
the
too
alien
rude?
enclave. The way isn't always clear.
Yanaton, tea for the guest.
Which tea?
All of them, until he finds one that suits him. I am Baston. This is my tea house. Forgive my daughter. We should start anew as the spring.
A woman like that has nothing to apologize for.
Only the mystics have nothing to apologize for. I know what you suggest.
When tea is ready, host the others. This man is a friend of a good friend. I will share his time.
I'll leave you two alone. I've never seen this planet before.
Don't worry. The family won't bother us, and no one else suspects. Living with these creatures for 5 years earns some credibility.
That's either quite a disguise or you're Voss yourself.
Our employers surgically altered me to look like the real Baston. The only way to infiltrate a closed society. I got to know my family, raise children, kiss my wife. I don't care how exotic they look, their breath always smells like Minok dung. It's some spice in the blasted food.
I'm operating on limited information. Why am I here?
My orders were to find you a lead on Albathius, a human who showed up a few years ago. Voss called him the Shining Man. Where he came from is a mystery, but it only took him 5 weeks to go from outsider to practically Voss. Went through a dozen rites to earn their respect, knew their culture inside and out, knew their politics. Textbook infiltration. Impossibly perfect.
You're talking past tense. What happened to him?
Just when it seems the Voss can't love him anymore, he dies in his sleep, buried with honors, mourned like one of them. No one's touched the case much since, so if you want to learn what the Shining Man was up to, you've got a nasty job. Start with the tomb.
What does died peacefully mean?
It means he went to his home in Voss Car one night and didn't wake up. Heart condition, they said. Tombs, if you want to go in as a pilgrim, I've left clothes and instructions at a dead drop.
Third Ton returns at sunset.
Our family must prepare a welcome.
Interesting. So he's not actually, he's an Imperial, but that's interesting that he doesn't.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
Locate a dead drop, okay. Token retreat. I'm gonna do heroics, because, like, I kind of know how they go, but Not eligible for this conversation yet.
Power flows through me.
I'm hoping I can do that on the way. Yeah, it looks like you can do that on the way.
You're holding a Voss outfit, part of the pilgrim's ritual to the Shining Man's tomb. Best way to avoid drawing unwanted attention. Tradition says the pilgrim's supposed to collect ceremonial offerings from the Seeker's path. That'll be your first stop. Then the tomb itself. Just watch out for the subhumans. The Voss call them Gormak, but all you need to know is that they're vermin with blasters.
Okay. Okay, so I see this. I do think we just get them. I think it's more watch out for the Nexus Mulos. Man, these are pretty healthy actually in health. Health-wise, they're pretty healthy actually. I mean, oh, he's super powerful, but like, I
For the Empire.
Alright. Stones of mountains.
That was fantastic. Now.
I think this will be probably one, not the easiest, or probably one of the easiest, you know, bonus missions, because I already see it a fair amount here with the, yeah, I'll get the large.
This is wonderful. Thank you. Come on.
Yeah, that did not count as a single thing, unfortunately. That's kind of unfortunate, but I don't even know if I'm close enough, apparently.
You'll be alright.
$18 is my number apparently, so I only need 2 more, and I still got 2 more areas to go. I think I'll actually get to it. Imperial troopers. Yeah, right there. So we're going to attack him to get to there. Oh, we might need to attack him to get to there.
For the Empire!
They do secure it pretty well, I will say that, but... Hmm.
Now!
Yeah, he was able to get through an entire thing, which is not surprising, but... Yeah, you had to kill a lot just to get to this one. I mean, they do know how to secure this mission, but... I don't really see what they mean by the Gonkans.
For the Empire!
That was a close one. Oh, we even get more enemies while on the way to the point. Like more and more enemies. So just in case you don't complete there, I guess you complete even here. Oh, and even more enemies.
Now!
Some mission you gotta complete on foot too and stuff. I don't know how long, how high you gotta get up. Can't mount here, so. I almost died there.
This is fantastic. This must be what Korriban is like. Cypher, I don't even care that it's a monument to our enemy. It's too perfect.
Bastan, I'm in position. Nothing in the sarcophagus but dust and a scroll.
Dust? No way the body decayed that fast on its own. Send me a high-res image and bring the scroll back. Dust sample, too. We'll see what analysis turns up.
I'll head back to the tea house.
I'll save a seat for you.
Ah. Whew.
Please use all products only as intended. Be well.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
The only thing is, like, the thing comes out today. The only problem I have with that is it's probably gonna be another month before we get it. Which I'm okay with. The only problem I have with waiting another month, I'm like, I've already done so much work on its account. I mean, like, yeah, I could have been doing this for like 3 months, and I probably would have been done with most of my stuff. But I had to do that little tiny, the adventure pro, and that took a ton of energy out of me. And the funny thing is, you could go for the character customizations, but that alone is going to take you about 3 weeks to do, maybe 6 weeks. Which I'm just like, I don't think it's worth to do 6 weeks of crap and going around mining plants and stuff. And I'm like, it's not worth waiting on 6 weeks. I don't think it's worth waiting on 6 weeks. Most people don't think it's worth waiting on 6 weeks. So like, I'm like, there are some people that want to get everything in Social Plug, and I get that. That's why they have ridiculous things that just make you keep paying in subscription service and keep going for more crap. But like, I'm like, I'm not into more 6 week things. I mean, like the character and the little tiny bit of storyline provided, I think it was not really worth what you got out of it. Like you got that took me, and I mean that's kind of 22 weeks of crap. And like they said, it was really meant for only dedicated subscribers. I could see that, but I'm like, how much more dedicated can you get? Because I'm like, I mean, it's kind of meant for one player characters because like HK51 I think was probably the
You
most
return.
dedicated subscribers you
Father,
could
your
get.
friend.
Come share our meal. My brother Therod Tun is with us. We celebrate.
You could tell me of your time on Voss.
So far, nothing has been more enchanting than the woman I met at the tea house.
Not that I'm bothered, but you could dial down the charm.
Come, meet Therod Tun and my son.
Vamouillet allows me to work in the alien enclave. Outsider faces, outsider materials.
You will never be an artist. But it is right. Your people bring vast opportunities. Be proud of your role.
We have a lot to offer this planet and a lot to learn from you.
Many outsiders say this. The three are patient. They will see.
Father's friends introduced outsider goods. Is that how you met?
He's being modest. But I got his name from a business partner. I've been wanting to see this place for years.
We have spoken enough. Our guest grows tired.
Your company is welcome.
I appreciate you putting up with that. Let's get to work. I'll send the ashes for analysis, but I'm more interested in the scroll. It's sort of an epitaph. Calls the Shining Man a man of prophecy, who was made whole in the wellspring of the Shrine of Healing.
Man of prophecy. Something to do with the Voss Force Sensitive.
The Mystics have a whole library of prophecies. The rest of the Voss revere the Mystics because their prophecies are always right. If the Mystics prophesied the Shining Man's arrival, it would explain why the Voss accepted him so easily. It's awfully convenient, though.
Convenient is one word for it. Any chance a prophecy was manipulated?
Always that chance. About the second part of the scroll, though. Made whole in the wellspring of the shrine. The Shrine of Healing is a mystic sanctuary where people go to be cured. The sick and dying, or the spiritually wounded. Only a handful of pilgrims manage to complete the trek each year. I'd guess if the Shining Man was there, it wasn't for spiritual reasons.
I need to find out what the Shining Man was up to.
There's a pilgrimage camp not too far from Voskar. One of the guides there can help you reach the shrine and the wellspring. My advice, if you'll take it, play by the Mystics' rules. It's not wise to defy the order of things.
We'll see. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my nose still groggy.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
I mean, I really don't know which way. Sorry, that should cut out there for a minute. I mean, Voss is an interesting plant nonetheless. But you don't really know. I guess in theory, if you want a really hard challenge, you could start at level 0 and try to go for level 60 stuff, but like, I wouldn't recommend that. I do know the boss plant world is not really that big. Now, is this where you get into combat with a bunch of random knuckleheads? Not so far. I mean, like, I see some creatures, but like that's almost expected. Like you're gonna get into combo with some creatures, but like just creatures. I'm predicting you can come out one of these ways and you can travel down on foot, but personally, I don't recommend traveling down on foot, guys. You have plenty of money that they give you in the system, in the game. You're gonna save very little money traveling down on foot. I mean, like, but you'll waste a lot of time. As Thrawn says, time is a win victory too.
We toured the Sith ruins on Droman Cast when I was a child, but I've never seen an alien shrine. I'm quite excited.
Oh, it's good to know that we got more missions on Red Temper.
Come on.
How do they say most people do not survive? I barely battled anyone of like healing. Because most people have the money to skip through.
You have faced the trials, outsider, but the wellspring is for the broken.
Another outsider came here once. I have questions about him.
The mystics tend the wellspring. The mystics make bodies and minds whole. I disturb them for nothing less.
Maybe I wasn't clear. Tell me about the Shining Man's visit to the wellspring, or even the mystics won't be able to heal you.
This is our best behavior?
I know the Shining Man. I did not know he came here. The mystics never speak of past work. Wellspring history is preserved in the Vitalocrons. Memory of each petitioner, technologically stored.
Vows can be broken. Who do I interrogate first?
You will not, unless you torment everyone. Throw away Imperial treaties. You will not. I will take you to the Vitalocrons. Each genetically locked by the petitioner who created it. Only its creator may examine the past. I know nothing else.
I don't have a quarrel with you or your masters. Go.
I'm glad you let him live. Let's find the Vitalocron.
Bastan, I found a record of the Shining Man's visit to the shrine, but it's genetically locked.
Good thing you went tomb robbing. Sending the genetic workup on the Shining Man's ashes now. My contacts didn't find any identity matches, by the way. No evidence he existed before Voss.
Now's not a good time to report. I'm in a mystic vault. Attempting to unlock the Vitalicron now. Looping you in on the audio feed.
Interface activated. Warning, the memory is corrupted. Came to us from the Nightmare Lands. You knew our ways. You bore a scroll.
I remember so little. What did the scroll say?
A prophecy from the Chamber of Ashes. It had been lost to us.
Die! Go back to the Nightmare Lands. Grateful for your trust, but I must leave soon for Voskar.
Trust does not matter. The prophecy you found speaks of you. You are healed. You are the Shining Man.
Huh. Doesn't tell us why the Shining Man was sent here, but now we know how he calmed the Voss.
He manufactured a prophecy somehow and came to the shrine to earn the mystic's approval. Then on to Voskar.
Where the regular Voss learned to love him. What worries me is where he claims to have gotten that prophetic scroll. The Nightmare Lands are forbidden to the Voss. Legend says the ruins drive people insane, and our scouts come back in parts. Old ruins might be the only place he could find materials to fake a scroll of prophecy. But there's nowhere worse on the planet.
I want to know exactly where he's been.
Then I'll dig up what I can, but we've got some prep work to do. Meet me back at the tea house. Baston out.
Why do I have to keep returning to a tea house? It's this costly. And a lot of walking that I don't want to do at the cantina.
You believe in the Commandos?
I believe in my father's judgment. Outsider, there's something you must see.
Now how can I resist a line like that?
This is not the time.
This came to us. It speaks to you.
Hello, Agent. Hope you get this in time, because your friend Baston doesn't have long. He's safe for now, but you know the drill. This stays between us. You want him back? Come to these coordinates. It's out in the Gormak lands, but that shouldn't be a problem for you.
We do not know him. The message came when Baston went into the city.
Stay here, I'm going to find him.
My father trusted you, outsider. I trust you. Call on us. We come to your side.
My first hostage crisis. I'll follow your lead.
Alright, I'm going to end there.